So welcome back everyone. We're going to stream top 4 Discord League 16. This is going to be Dragon player Neojko against the Crane player Micha. So far there. I'm gonna go very quickly through the deck list. I will start with the Dragon player list. This is the very traditional monk list that we've been seeing for quite a lot of time now. It's on Keeper of Water for 3 Phyton, 2 skirmishers, and 3 reprieves. Sorry about the screen moving. There is like nothing very surprising except maybe one of Tranquil Philosopher and one of Assassination just for the open deck list. And there it is. He's still on Restoration of Balance, which some Dragon player have abandoned by now because of the errata. And on the Crane side, we have a dueling deck Crane. 2 Assassination, 2 Gossips, the Splash is Dragon for 3 Let Go, 1 Tattoo the Wanderer, Policy Debate being the restricted card. We have 1 Double Sacrifice and 1 Storied Defeat. Also 1 Cheeky Above Question, the traditional 1 game Damius can buy. We have a 1 of Formal Invitation for Toshimoko, 1 Ancient Master, sorry, forgot about that one, and we have 2 Rival and 2 Hayus. Dynasty side, we have a Kill Delegate, only 1 off, 2 Nerishimas, 1 Azami, and the rest is pretty traditional. No Hotaru. We have the 3 Takamori. Yeah, nothing very surprising otherwise. The row being the traditional Seeker of Voids Crane row. And there we go into the game. I will just remove the decks that are non-relevant. So we see Dragon going first, playing a Doomshigen Giant passing, while Crane plays a free Fate to Shimoko. So I guess Dragon there, like, you can just pass. You never attack the first turn. Yeah, shoot, except yours that has only 1 Gossip, right? Oh, is Darren still on Crane? I thought he was on Crab. Because that's fucking too stupid to play and he can get top, I don't know. After playing Crab 3 weeks, he can rank very well in Birmingham. Okay, if the Shogun plays 1 Gossip, then I won't question anything about that choice. It's 1 Gossip. Yeah, Neojko passing all conflict, Crane finds upholding, not defended by the Dragon player. If you have a Cloud there as the Dragon player, you probably place it on Toshimoko before the Team Shugenja Leafs play. What do you throw away? You could throw away the double let go, but that's not really awesome. It's hard. Yeah, okay, he throws away the double let go. He goes for the value. No, if he has the Cloud, that Cloud is gonna stick. Discarding Skirmisher at random on the Earthring, that's bad. Yep, there is the Cloud. The let go discard kinda told that the Cloud was coming, actually. So now as Dragon, you want to flip something big like a Mitsu. So you're probably gonna throw everything to try to maximize your chance to get Mitsu. As Icon, I think you're gonna keep the Challenger. Are you gonna keep everything maybe? Pay the Challenger, keep the Miami Stick to get rid of some attachments if needed. And the Dojo is obviously really good. Because you have 2 duelists on board. Dragon Splash is again pretty underwhelming. That's rather disastrous actually. You had a favorable ground already in this location, right? So that's the second one that flips at the same place. Second Doom Shigenja played. We see Crane playing the Maya Mystic, so we're gonna get rid of that cloud. And the Brush Samurai 1 Fate. Okay, makes sense. That's a pretty rough start for Dragon here. So he needs to bank on Fate and hope that next turn is gonna get better. Try to shave at as much damage as possible from that Crane attack this turn. That's going to be pretty complicated. I guess potentially Crane could get 2 breaks here. Unless he can Void Fist something, but like that's super risky because you would have to invest a lot into a defense before being able to Void Fist. And Crane could probably play Gossip, and if not, still cancel if he has an honored character. So that sounds quite impossible here. To see a reprieve on the Doom Shugenja, that's a really weird play. Not sure why you play the reprieve right now. Is that a bait for the Maya Mystic? So that the cloud stays in the Toshimako? I would say it's a bad bait, but what do you do here, Screen? Like you go with the Brush Samurai. Yeah, Wazering both the Doom Shugenja. So she has to defend, which grants a break on second conflict almost. And also, oh yeah, finds the restoration, that's bad. He doesn't have to break it though. So no dragon will be forced to defend that. And afterwards, Crane can break whatever is good in the other ones. Two let goes were discarded and upholding. Yeah, it's big, especially because you had the cloud just after. Unfortunately, Crane had the Mia Mystic. So Crane decides to go for the break here, and then loads its hand to try to minimize the number of cards he will have to discard. It's a bit weird that he decided to honor the Brash Samurai. Like, I think that's a mistake. There is a favorable ground, so you could rather like just decide to lose that water conflict. Yeah, I agree. When you find a resto, you just don't honor your Brash Samurai. Well, you can totally attack with the brash. Shoot. You just don't honor it. Especially with the favorable ground on board, like that was not something really impossible to foresee. I don't know. I literally don't know. Especially if you have a way of the crane to honor something else. If you want to voice, you don't need to honor the brash. Well, maybe he just has a shit ton of stuff to play, and he just wants to get that break, while the dragon board is still pretty inexistent. Like if you literally empty your hand and throw away like one or two cards, but no, that's not the case. He still has 10 cards. Yeah, that's a big blunder. Yeah, yeah, it's not a good reason. It's well, that's a lot of cards. Yeah, and he had the assassination. Like double, he could have assassinated his own brush pretty easily. Double bonsai, goodbye, double assassination, court games. That's super sad. Well, oh, he has played against Dragon, but none of them were playing Restoration, and he forgot how it works. We see Skirmisher from Dragon going with the covert on Toshimoko. Bonsai breaking Magistrate Station, probably. No, we see a voice on the Bonsai. So now you need to commit as Dragon to break that one. You saw Crane throwing away 2 assassination, which means you're totally safe to commit on that character. So he stands the Brash Samurai, and that Magistrate is going to die. Yep. That's really bad for Crane. Really, really bad. You're gonna have 3 breaks now. So if Dragon does not flip a very good ball next turn, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, he threw away 2. Not keeping an assassination was probably bad because like he just like he could have assassinated that skirmisher, and then the game would have been super different. And there we see Phyton to try to hits Midnight Revels, bowing the Toshimoko. Phyton on the Doom Shugenja to prevent the break. That's super bad for the Crane player. I think with 2 cards you can't do a thing. He's not gonna get that break here. Unless he has a Katana, but like he played one. He played a fan, so if he had a Katana, he would have played it before the restoration trigger. So it means everything he had was stuff he couldn't play before, which means nothing he could play now. To get the break because of the dojo, no Magistrain was 4. There was a Kakita dojo on it. No, you're not. I mean, it happens to everyone to forget that, especially once it's not there anymore to see. And there comes a small taunt. I think Micha is in a pretty tough position there. Like, if he could have had that break on the Revels or anything else, would have been shameful then. That would have been really good for him. But now it's gonna be tough. Yeah, Misha says he hates himself for throwing away 2 assassinations and the second skirmisher coming out. I think just breaking that restoration was wrong. Um, And throwing away assassination was wrong because there is other conflict characters than Skirmisher. Obviously, Skirmisher is covered, but like you're not protected from something like an ancient master that gets a tattooed wanderer put on to get covered too. Like that was way too risky. Uh, Philosopher and alchemist. It seems dragon is doomed to very bad flops, which probably gives Crane a chance to come back. Thing is, now Crane has to choose between Midnight Revolts and Shameful Display, so I guess you just go on Shameful Display here. And you go, yeah, UG, obviously. Alchemist is pretty good here against UG because it's going to help you keeping him not honored, which is a huge deal. Kudetsu just allows you to drop a card, but you could do that with the Doom Shugenja. Crane thinking and then finally passing. The dragon also passes. Yeah, obviously, if you can, you scoot with the Maya Mystic because whatever happens, you can just sacrifice the Maya Mystic. They're absolutely excellent for scooting. Yeah, you find so. Like, Dragon Balls looks bad compared to Crane one. It's because it's bad. Like, it's not just the look of it. Oh, it's been the third awful flop he has in a row. I think with the next cycle, he's gonna be happy to throw away that. He told me that he never pays. He's playing that four cost, but literally never pays it, or very rarely. I think he should replace it with something different. He just throws it away anyway. Doom Shugenja going in, defense with Uji. Both players did bid 5. I find shameful, which honors Uji. And that's the beginning of the problems for Dragon. Well, he's probably gonna use the Alchemist to remove the honor token from Uji, but then Crane gets a fate from the Fire Ring, which he's very happy about, and he's going to re-honor the Uji. So you cannot really do it right now. Well, because actually, what happened that's Crane did broke the wrong province. Dragon did break the magistrate, so he was in a pretty good position. And it would have been good if he hadn't flipped another really awful flop. Like if you have had a Mitsu, for example, on that flop, that would have been a really good position for Dragon. Like before the flop of that turn, Dragon position was actually pretty good. Crane had only 2 cards on hand because the restoration. And there wasn't a huge Uji on board, which there is now. Also, having Philosopher and an Alchemist doesn't sound awesome, right? Yeah, exactly. You should. Like before the flip, it was, I would say, even if not good for Dragon. But after the flip, it's really tough. Not sure it's a good idea for Dragon to push here. He still needs one more political to break. And yeah, there it is. Crane can play stuff with UG. That's a weird assassination, but why not? We're gonna see a voice of honor here, I think. Or Micha is just hating himself for not having seen that coming, but because before playing the challenger, what he could have done is just sacking the Mystic to remove the fan. Or the covert. I think that's if he has a console, he plays it. Okay, no console. Or he decides not to. But then Dragon has military with the Alchemist with the covert. Defense with Uji allows Crane to go into Midnight Revel Star, which is good. I think this itinerant philosopher is going to be a Voices platform here. But then we might likely see a gossip from Crane. He has played one already. Yeah, he did play one already, so there is one left. So Master Alchemist is honoring Uchi, okay. Not sure I agree with this. Get rid of the Toshimoko now. Or the Challenger. Rather Toshimoko, I think he has much more value. That's risky though, right? Like, Crane has one fate, he can noble sack if he really wants. And he has it. Like, you just noble sack the Brash Samurai. Then you go water with Toshimoko, stand Uchi. Or you have something else. Yeah, duelist training also works. Doomshiki gonna get both. And Yoshi gonna get honored back. Yuji, sorry, gonna get honored back. Uh, yeah. Finger of Jade to avoid the duel. That works. We've seen two let goes getting discarded on upholding authority for his conflict. So Dragon is pretty happy about that. Knows that it's very unlikely that the fingers get let go. Yep. So Toshimoko avoided. I think Crane played that one badly. Like, you should have discarded the Mia Mystic to get rid of the Ornate fan immediately. And then afterwards, you would have played the Doji Challenger if needed. So Toshimoko going water, trying to stand Uji. That makes sense. Political water. He's 6 military. Revels have literally no effects. Dragon will likely have favor at the end of the turn. Alchemist being used. Fight on the Doom Shugenja. Okay, interesting. I think Misha has a console, right? Given the time he takes to react to everything every time, he's just thinking whether or not you want to voice that. Yeah, there it is. Do you have another fight on? Nope. I think that's a mistake from the Dragon player because on the previous conflict you could have deduced already. Yeah, yeah. The Doom Shugenja is the tower. It's a kind of side-lying tower for now. Uh, I think it's a misplay from the Dragon player here because that's the thing with Jigoku is that you can guess whether or not your opponent has a cancel based on how many times it takes to react for events. And the previous when you assassinated the Mere Mystic, there was a decision time that was like way above the single pass weight bar that told that he very likely had a cancel. So I probably have defended that conflict. And it's interesting that now he goes. Yeah, he's only at 500. Yeah, it's interesting that he goes only with the philosopher. Why not going and converting the brash samurai? Why going with the alchemist so that you force Uji to defend, or he loses the shameful? Because like yeah, I don't agree with this play. Yeah, double void fist, finger of jade, fine katana banzai. Yeah, yeah, that's even sadder than no, he can't void fist Uji anymore because the alchemist isn't a monk. Like I think that's a huge misplay. Oh yeah, sorry, but I'm forgetting that the stronghold is sacred sanctuary, so that philosopher actually is going to be able to defend. Ignore me, I've been an idiot on that one. I guess you have to throw away the bonsai here. You want the philosopher not to be as high as your Uji in military so that he cannot void fist you. And on the other side, you really want to throw away a void fist, right? But if you want to be able to win your next conflict, you have to throw away the bonsai. I don't think he's gonna end this right now. I really don't think so. So we should Kelena on the philosopher. Uji is gonna get dishonored if he cannot win that conflict, which means he's going to get into Void Fist range. But because Banzai has been discarded, because Banzai being discarded, he can't play Void Fist anymore. Because that's going to be a military conflict. Oh yeah, no Void Fist anyway because of gossip. I still don't think he's gonna break it, right? Like he has Uji, 6 military strength, and this philosopher is going to defend, won't be possible to bow. He's going to put the finger of jade on the master alchemist so that the duel is going to get cancelled anyway. I don't see Crane taking that break here. Really, I don't see it. Oh, finger of jade, interesting. So now the thing is, Crane player cannot play the finger of jade, and he cannot play Void Fist because he does not have 2 cards to play. Story defeat. Yep, that sucks. Okay, maybe he will get it actually. Shit. Maybe I've been talking a bit too quickly. I might see that break happening in the end. But it's just two cards for the Crane player. It's gonna be rough then. He has a duelist training though. Philosopher can't be both. So it's gonna be a defense of 4 against an attack of 6. But if you duel, you get up to 8, which is enough to break the stronghold. I don't think he has a bonsai left, Chet. He threw away both of them yeah, both of them are here. But actually, a way of the crane does it. Because Uji gonna be 8. Actually, it doesn't even need the way of the crane. I think so. Oh no, it has 3 bonsais, okay. Yeah, so bonsai would do, but you don't even need it because you're just gonna duel the Master Alchemist with him. You're gonna bow her, and you're gonna honor Uji with the Stronghold, which means you're gonna be 8 against 4, which is enough to break. Dragon lost here. We know Dragon's hand, he lost, he lose the game. Yep, there it is. Honor Uji. Game over. Yep, that's game. Also think so, yeah. I think there were mistakes on both sides. Also, Dragon has been fucking unlucky on the flops. Yeah, Dragon player is telling that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's being pretty unhappy about the flop he's getting against the Crane flops, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, it's only the flops that made the game. I totally agree with that. Like, yeah, of course, mistakes happens. But like the Crane player just honored a Brash Samurai on restoration when there were favorable grounds. So Dragon removed his character from the conflict, and Crane had to throw away like 7 cards. Like you don't honor your Brash Samurai when that happens. Like, you just don't. And yeah, I agree. Micha telling he should have played Hitomi. No, no, you never play Hitomi against Kyuden Kakita. That's a super bad idea. That's just providing the Crane player the triggers he wants or accepting that your character is blank. You just can't play her. And I disagree with Mishra's statement that breaking two provinces against his hand wasn't too bad. I think it was bad. Like if Dragon had had any relevant characters in the next 2 flops, I think the game was over for Crane. Like a Mitsu would have closed the game for Crane. Dragon just went super unhappy on the flops. Well, as Mr. said, there is a French player in the finals. Yeah, definitely, both were French. Well, thank you very much for watching that game. See you on the next one, and have a very nice evening.